Hello, friends. Welcome to Story Behind Podcast. This is the show for people who love hearing a good story and who believe the world could use more positivity. We're the team behind GodUpdates and God2, and we hope these weekly short stories will brighten your day.
Video store owner creates Christina's corner for a longtime customer. Written by Julie Provost. Read by Julie Provost. Remember how we all used to head to the video store on the weekends to rent the latest of movies? Those days are gone, as most video stores have had to close. The last one to close in Pocatello, Idaho, decided to live on a little bit longer to help a longtime customer. The owner of Video Stop, David Craning, had to make a difficult decision to stop video rentals and start liquidating the majority of its collection. However, he is keeping a small portion of movies and created a special corner for them in his adjacent K&B Quick Stop, mainly for one of his customers, Christina Kavanaugh, and her mom, Tony. Christina, who came to Video Stop nearly every day with her mother, is 35 and has Down syndrome. She is mostly nonverbal, and going to rent a movie has been an important part of her routine for at least 15 years. The Video Stop was always their go-to rental store. When other video stores were open, Christina used to tell Tony which rental store she wanted to go to. Christina would either say Babar for Video Stop or Beast for Great American Video. These names were chosen because of the first video she saw at each store: Babar the movie and Beauty and the Beast. Christina didn't understand when the Great American Video closed. She doesn't understand things closing, Tony said. Christina needed to see the actual building, so the two drove to see it. It was heartbreaking to watch her reaction. She was eventually able to move on because she still had Video Stop. If Video Stop hired a new employee, they'd be trained on how to interact with Christina when she was at the checkout counter. They ask for the phone number on the account, so she gives it to them. But she goes 2 and looks at them, and they have to say 2, or she won't move on, and then she'll go 0. They'll have to repeat it every time, or else it really throws her, Tony said. They're really, really good to us there. Tony did hear that the store would be closing before David Craning made it official. She didn't know how she was going to explain it to Christina when it closed. I think devastated is a really good description, because I thought, how am I going to explain this to her? What are we going to do? It's just so much a part of her life, Tony said. David knew the closing the store would cause stress for Tony and Christina, but he simply couldn't keep it open any longer. He did, however, come up with a good solution. He was able to find space in the K&B Quick Stop to create a corner where he could keep videos. The area was going unused, and I thought, okay, it wouldn't be too much terrible work to just retrofit it, put some shelving in there, and move some of the movies over, and just create kind of a mini video store corner for this kid so she could have her normal routine that she's used to, David said. The manager, Jennifer Classam, shared that Christina is more than just a customer to the staff at K&B Quick Stop. She feels like she and her mom are family, and family helps one another out, just as David has done with creating a special corner for Christina. Tony feels like a huge weight has been lifted. It's huge because it was a really heavy thing weighing on me, and then to find this out, it's like being sentenced to prison and then getting a reprieve. That's how much relief it was, she shares. Tony was also the one who started calling it Christina's Corner, and the name is perfect. A little piece of the video store that was such a huge part of her life. Technology may change, and with it, businesses do have to change, but this act of kindness will go a long way in helping Christina, her mom, and the whole community feel loved. Tony said it best about the kind gesture when she said, "How can your heart not melt when you just see how good they are about taking care of people in their community? Carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ." Galatians 6:2.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, planning your finances is bigger than just money. We help you put your plans into motion and faith into action so you can do more for the ones in your heart. Because sometimes all you need to make a difference is someone to help you make it happen. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
Let me tell you the God's gonna cut you.
It's Holy Week in Jerusalem. Crowds welcome Jesus as king. Rebellion is in the air.
Jesus operates outside our jurisdiction.
Rome will descend on us all.
But instead of taking the throne, Jesus turns the tables.
My house shall be called a house of prayer, but you make it a den of thieves.
The world will never be the same. Now in theaters, The Chosen: Last Supper. Get your tickets now.
Quick-thinking 9-year-old saves choking friend during snack time emergency. Written by Heather Riggleman, read by Julie Provost. A 9-year-old saves a friend after he was gasping for air while eating a granola bar. Jason Branch didn't wake up thinking he would save a life that morning. He was just a little boy, tying his sneakers and grabbing his backpack, getting ready for another school day. But everything changed somewhere between the laughter in the basketball game, between the bounce of the ball and the rush of recess. It was a granola bar, just a snack, just an ordinary moment, until it wasn't. His best friend, 7-year-old Donnie Moore, took a bite, and suddenly he couldn't breathe, a silent panic, hands grasping at his throat, the universal sign of choking, and in that instant, without hesitation, Jason stepped in. I didn't know he was actually choking, so I just did my thing, which was Heimlich, he said. His thing. A 9-year-old boy shouldn't have to know how to save a life. But this one did. He had watched a YouTube video, and he had seen how a simple motion, 2 hands pressed into the stomach, a firm upward thrust, could make the difference between life and death. When the moment called for it, he answered. And it was all caught on camera at Rayleigh Oak Charter School. Jason wrapped his arms around Donnie, pressing twice, and then relief. The food dislodged. Breath returned. A second chance at recess at laughter at life. We were playing basketball, and he ate a granola bar, and we started playing longer until he started choking, Jason said. I just did my thing. His thing. I know how we need more boys who make saving lives their thing. When the teachers watched the footage, they were in awe. When Donnie's mom, AJ Moore, heard what happened, her heart caught in her throat. First, I wasn't understanding that he had to be given the Heimlich maneuver or anything like that, she said. It was surprising. I'm just thankful his friend was able to demonstrate that on him. Eric Johnson, the executive director of Rayleigh Oak Charter School, couldn't have been prouder. We teach our kids to take care of each other, so this is really just a prime example of that, he said. Jason just jumped into action so quickly. We're really proud of him. And isn't that a lesson for all of us to take care of each other? To watch, to learn to be ready, not just for the ordinary, but for the moment when the ordinary turns extraordinary. When the bite of a granola bar becomes a desperate gasp. When a 9-year-old boy doesn't hesitate. Because kindness saves, quick thinking saves, love wrapped in the arms of a little boy who didn't second guess saves. Jason saved a life that day, and maybe he reminded us all how to do the same. Proverbs 17:17. A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for a time of adversity.
Thank you so much for listening to Story Behind Podcast. We're really glad you joined us for this week's story. To see photos and videos that may have been referenced in this episode, check out the links in the show notes. And if you enjoyed what you heard today, subscribe to our podcast, and please tell a friend about us. We'd also love it if you'd rate us and leave us a review. It really does help more people find us. Story Behind is a Salem Web Network production.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, planning your finances is bigger than just money. We help you put your plans into motion and faith into action so you can do more for the ones in your heart. Because sometimes all you need to make a difference is someone to help you make it happen. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.